Reconvene the regular meeting of the Orion Township Board of Trustees order at 7 p.m. We did have some business to attend to with our attorneys, so we had a closed executive session, but we are back, and we will note for the roll that all board members are present. At this time, thank you all for joining us. I'd like to ask you to please stand and stay standing after the invocation led by Trustee Lovett, and then we will say the pledge. So please stand and remain standing.
Heavenly Father, we pause to give you thanks for the blessings of community, safety, and the chance to serve together. Your word reminds us, give thanks in all circumstances. Help us to carry that spirit of thankfulness into our work tonight. May our decisions reflect wisdom, compassion, and care for all who call this township home. We are grateful for the peace and strength you have provided, and we trust in your continued guidance. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May be seated. All right, we have some good news at the front end of our meeting, like we usually do. First, we have an employee promotion. We handle these administratively, but we would like to bring these to the board for their attention. I'm going to turn over to our Parks Director, Aaron Watley.
Yeah, so Connor Ryder, we hired him in 11 years ago as a seasonal from school. He's progressed and worked to become a park maintenance worker, and then went to continuing education, and we hired him in as a natural resource specialist. And just recently, he was promoted to our park superintendent. So we're super grateful to have him. He is a great asset to the community. And what's wonderful about it is he has seen how the operations work from all the way as a seasonal, all the way up. So we're happy to have you, Connor.
Congrats, Connor. Connor's here in the back. We won't put you on the spot too much, but congrats. And he's got the right shirt on today also. And I do want to call out, he has been our natural resources specialist, as Mr. Watley pointed out, but he has added so much value. Our new pocket park, we're calling it Heritage Park over in Gingeville on Baldwin. He helped pick out all of the plant materials, and that is the most beautiful park, the plantings I've seen. And kudos to you, Connor, and we're still going to have his expertise on that front. And then as a quick note also, I forgot the slide on this, so I'm just going to share it publicly. Next week, I'm sure Julia will be talking about this in her remarks, but we'll be hosting the nation here in Orion. We're hosting America in Bloom, the national symposium, right here in Orion, so our residents will get to see folks touring our community on Friday and Saturday. So if you see folks on Friday night, we'll be down in the village. Friday night's the tent? Yep. There'll be a tent set up by the Arts Center. So if you see folks, just be extra friendly. But we have folks coming in from all across the country. And it's a very high honor for us to host this conference. All right, and one more piece of good news. I'm changing the order a little bit here. Item 6, we always, like I said, share good news. And tonight, I think this gentleman thinks he's here for something different. But anyway, I'd like to highlight a great person in our community that does a lot of good for us, Mr. Tony Battaglia. Are you mad at me? But if you don't know Tony, shame on you, because he is the ambassador to our community, and that's what I call him, because many people come to our community because of him. His charitable efforts in being a partner with Hunger Free and the D, an event that he's hosted for many years in partnership with Paul W. Smith, you see him there, and the Chelani family, just last year raised $500,000 in one day. And you cannot find more humble, gracious, and community-minded people than Tony and Marcia. I'm not going to get in trouble, because Marcia, we know, and also his daughter Annette, who's now in the business, and her husband Chris. But I wanted to just take a couple minutes just to say thank you, Tony, for all you do. And last week, 2 weeks ago, he hosted the ABC Open Bocce Tournament, which was incredible. I had the opportunity to be there when they kicked off Thursday. You can see us doing the first roll. My Bocce was definitely closer than a Nets to the Polino, I think. She was closest. But I beat Mike Gingell, and that's all that mattered. But he had some of the best, they hosted some of the best bocce players. They took 2 entire hotels. But he is a quiet force. And the thing I want to say personally is that one of the things you see about employers is their people. And I've been going there since before I was supervisor. 2 of my daughters worked for Tony. But he is so great with his team. And you can't find a restaurant that has employees that have been there for more than a year usually. And he has the same key staff members since the day he opened his doors in 2004 in our community. And they are loyal and they love him. And that says so much about the person that he is in our community. So there's not a thing that we call him for and he doesn't say yes even before I finish asking. And I knew the only way we could get him here is if we lied to him about why he was coming here. And he's mad at me. But next door to him is a really beautiful building that's going to be coming to town, creating lots of jobs. He's been working on that for many years as well. So I hope you all join me in congratulating our August 2025 Citizen of the Month, Mr. Tony Battaglia. That's the only way we can get this guy. But he's only 46 years old and he still works every day. But he also built a great company, and it's pretty cool because I asked Sam Ashley, who is the president of Cunningham Limp. That's a company that you purchased a few years ago. You taught this guy, right?
He was a labor.
And Tony and now Sam is the president of that company, built this beautiful building and some of our fire stations and are working on our community center. That's the legacy you have here. And so on behalf of our board, we want to present this to you in recognition of your unwavering generosity and your role as a welcoming ambassador to our community. Your kindness and leadership exemplify the very best of our community. Thanks, Tony.
Good job.
Yeah. Good job to you. All right, we got to get a picture. Come up here for the picture because you're going to be on the Wall of Fame now. That's too nice of a professional picture.
What do you want me to go up there?
Goodbye. Everybody come on in tight. Yep, got you.
I said, is Tony a good awardee? And he said, he said he wouldn't miss this. So thank you, Tony. Thanks, Tony, for all you do. You want to say anything, Tony? Tony, do you want to say anything about the tournament or anything that just happened?
Pardon?
You want to share anything about the tournament or anything, or no?
Well, we had 300 players from around the country. It was a fabulous tournament.
It was incredible.
And next year, we've already, the county's going to give us more help.
Awesome. Encourage everyone. It was free to attend, and it's a great place to have food, a business meeting, a Christmas party, but it's more than just a business. It's his passion, and seriously and sincerely, I was trying to figure out a way to get you here for a few months now, and your neighbor next door, that's how I figured how we could get you here. Don't worry, that project is still moving forward. No, there's nothing. No, he came to give comment about the development next door that we support it, Tony, and it's still moving forward. No, it's not on the agenda. We lied to you. Your daughter lied to you. But we did it for a good cause because we wanted to honor you because we know, I can tell you this, if we would have known why he was coming, we would never get him within 10 miles of this place. See you later. Have a good night. Take your wife to dinner. Thank you. All right. Now we got to go back to work. We have 2 public hearings tonight. First is a public hearing on a proposed role for the Lake Orion Canals Water Quality Control Special Assessment District Number 4. This is a 3rd renewal. This is to treat, we have a larger lake that's done separate. This is the canals. Is there anyone here to address the board on this special assessment district renewal? Please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one rush forward, this is on our agenda to take action on later. So we will close the public hearing and say it was held at 7:12. And next, we have a public hearing on ordinance 154 violations. We have an attorney opinion. Our attorney's here tonight. This has to do with the cannabis licenses in the township. We had two licensees that were up for possible revocation, and this is the opportunity for them to address our board if they so choose. Anyone here to address the board on the two licenses? Seeing no one come forward, we will declare that hearing was held at 7:13. And we will continue on our agenda up here with approval of our bills. This is on page 22. I'll pull them up here for us to see. Is there a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the bills with comment of invoices totaling $3,205,304.28, payroll of $1,060,231.58, for a total of $4,265,535.86. And then just the comment is that since we didn't have a board meeting earlier this month, this is basically twice the amount what we would normally do, so if it looks a little high, that's why.
Thank you. Moved and supported. Are there comments from the public on the bill run? No one's rushing forward. Are there board comments beyond what we already heard? I was just going to say the same thing. We canceled our last meeting the day after Labor Day, so it's about twice as much as it normally would be. Let's do a roll call vote, please.
Dalrymple, yes. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Flood?
Yes.
Hogendorf?
Yes.
Carson? Lovett?
Yes.
Barnett?
Yes, motion passes 7-0. Next item on tonight's agenda is public comment for items that are not on tonight's agenda. If you're here for something that's on the agenda, ask for you to hold those comments until that point. Please keep your comments to 3 minutes or less and direct them to me. Anyone want to give public comment tonight?
Many years ago, 30 plus, a man came into my office and started a conversation about garbage pickup. He made a statement that one day we would be paying a house payment for trash pickup.
Oh, can you pull the mic up a little bit more? Sorry, thank you. I can turn it up as well.
He said when corporate-owned trash companies finish buying out the independents, that they will have a monopoly and will charge what they want. Over 5 years ago, the township decided to bring one company in to collect trash. This would cut down the number of trucks coming down our roads, so it seemed like a pretty good idea. The first two companies, like the haulers that we individually had, picked up anything we put out for pickup, plus one large item a month, as well as yard waste. I believe you started off with GFS, and then somehow Priority bought them out, and I don't know all the details, but it seemed that Priority had some problems. And next thing we know, Waste Management is given a 5-year contract. They came with many new rules. A couple of months ago, I observed a recycle truck purposefully drive by my recycle and pick up my neighbors. I walked out to the road and checked, and neither of my trash cans had been emptied. I called Waste Management, or WM like they want to be called. I told the lady what happened. She read my complaint back to me and said she sent it to the driver and the recycle would be picked up by the end of the day. A couple hours later, I heard a truck coming down the road, and they were coming down the west side, and I thought I heard it stop before it got to me. And then I watched it go about 5 houses down the road, still on the west side, and picked up trash, recycle from that house, went around Hammersley, Took a while to get him, for him to come back. He slammed on his brakes in front of my recycle bin, emptied the bin, the can, slammed the truck into reverse with the can still attached to the truck, and abruptly stopped in the middle of my driveway and literally threw the can right at me. Now, I'm not saying it came anywhere near to hit me or anything, but I was in my garage. And the can tipped over in the driveway. Now, I don't know how he managed to throw it with the truck, but he did. My neighbor had told me that some time ago, he had the same thing happen to him, only they didn't pick up his trash, his garbage. And he called Waste Management, and then the lady took his information and said it would be picked up by the end of the day. He informed her that he only had one can, and that he could wait till next week. But we had been told years ago not to let our cans get full before we take them out, to take them out every week. The trucks go up and down the street 2 times for the trash, 2 times for the recycle, special pickups for large items, and the old trash companies used to take them with the garbage, so that saved one truck going down.
Ms. Weber, if you can just kind of wrap up your comments, please. Thank you.
I'm trying.
Thank you.
I'll read fast. I've talked to people in Clarkston who love their haulers. They pick up anything they put out. Priority is in Waterford still, and the people I talk to in Waterford say the same thing. They love Priority. I know we had a problem with them, I guess. But they still pick up anything. We don't live in a nice world anymore. Young people have to worry about sending their kids to school and their kids getting told where to go if a shooter comes in the school. There's just a lot of tension in our society today. And I don't think we need the hassle that we're getting from Waste Management. I don't think it's fair. And we don't need to add any more stress to our lives.
Thank you for your comments. And we don't interact back and forth, but
I
I
understand.
think you've talked to our team, and
I have.
I'll have some comments at the end of the meeting as well about just the garbage situation. So thank you.
Well, I'm gonna,
Okay, no problem, thank you.
and by the way, your 2 women that I talked to in your office are absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
You have a very good staff.
We are blessed, and I agree. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Weber. And we will follow up with you with your other concerns. Yep. Any other public comment at this time? See no one come forward, we'll close that and bring it to approval of the agenda. We have 2 additions tonight. I'd like to add item Q, approval of bid for the community survey. This is a budgeted item this year, and we were compiling all the numbers, so that could add that to Q on the consent agenda. It is under the budgeted amount that we planned. And then I'd like to add item 11E, purchase of property to the pending business. Are there any other changes or a motion to approve as amended?
Mr. Supervisor, I move to approve the agenda as amended.
Support.
Moved by Flood, supported by Lovett. Would you, all in favor, any comments or questions? Sorry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes 7-0. So that takes us to tonight's consent agenda as amended. We will be voting on all these items with one vote. The minutes from our last meeting, as well as our public hearing on the Paint Creek Stormwater SAD. Adopting 5 resolutions. They all relate to elections from the clerk's office. Approving software and services purchase of our BSNA cloud upgrade. 2 items from the sheriff's office. Purchases and contracts, keep us safe. A resolution for the opioid settlement so we can continue receiving those dollars from that federal settlement. We'll be canceling our November 3rd Board of Trustees meeting. That's the night eve before the election. This room is set up for elections, so that's a normal process. Approving an interfund loan for that Paint Creek Ridge Special Assessment District, approving our Clinton River Watershed Storm Water Education contract. We're required to do that, education under the state permitting process. Approving the purchase of a Gator utility vehicle for Parks and Recreation, a budgeted expense. Approving the Baldwin and Clarkson roundabout improvements, so that's been welcome, and we've been looking forward to that. And then approving the bid for the community survey. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda with a minor change to item H. I'd like to change the recommended motion on that to instead say, for the dollar amounts, not to exceed initial upgrade implementation fee of $122,800, an annual fee of $138,000, $138,140.
Okay? All right. Moved by Hilgendorf, supported by Dalrymple. Any comments from board members on any of these items? Go ahead.
If you see in there, we've got a lot of election stuff coming as we are ramping up. So we are going to update the election inspector pay. We're also going to do a temporary combining of precinct locations for this November election. Instead of having all 14 precincts open, we will have 8. The facility usage agreement, the fee has been the same for several years, so we did go through and upgrade that fee. All of the buildings that we use, they have staff who are there, they are cleaning the precincts after we're done, so we wanted to make sure we recognize that. And then the drop box, if you remember, there was an election drop box that was out at the Orion Center. Now that we don't own that anymore, we are moving it to GLAC. So that is kind of becoming a central location for a lot of facilities, for our seniors. That has moved out there. So thank you to Tyler Light and everyone out there helping us get that installed for this next election. And then for the software for the BSNA cloud, just to talk about that for a second, currently we use a .NET software, which means you have to be sitting at your actual computer to use it, connected to the network. The cloud upgrade will allow everyone who is on the go or at a conference or somewhere not here in this building to still be able to use all of those programs. It is a significant fee to upgrade to this, but the other piece to that is that .NET is transitioning out and they will no longer support it, the company. So we're kind of forced at this situation to decide when we are going to trade. We did a lot of research, we did a lot of training, we've had several meetings with the company, we put all of our key staff in the room together and said, let's look at this together so that we will be able to transition. That will happen in the next 9 to 10 months. That's the time frame out, so that will be the big change. If you see the numbers out there that Trustee Hilgendorf referenced, currently, or the annual fee for the cloud is $138,140. The one-time implementation cost, that's where that $122,800 comes from. So that's the big numbers that are coming out. But like we said, we'd rather be a middle adopter to going to the software instead of waiting until the very end when all of the communities that are using the software will all be trying to get help all at the same time. So we wanted to make those changes now while everyone is ready and looking forward to getting this going.
If you're not familiar, BSNA is our
Everything software.
everything. Our taxes, our building department, our anything and everything related to government, and there's really not any competition in the market for them. So they charge lots of money, and every city, village, and township in this part of the world uses BSNA. So if you're interested in starting a software company, it might be an opportunity.
Yeah.
Thank you for those updates. Any other comments or questions for board members on any of these items? Community survey, Sam, what's the rough timeline, do we think? When,
It's a 4-month process from start to finish, and so once the board approves this, then tomorrow I will reach out to our project manager over there and get the ball rolling. So hopefully we'll have a survey out this fall.
That's the plan, and we typically have been doing these in the odd years, so 25 is when we would do it, and we usually do it after school starts in the fall sometime. So, more to come on that. Any public comment on any of the consent agenda items? Seeing no one come forward. If there's anything else. Oh, I think we're good. Just excited about the Baldwin-Clarkson roundabout improvements. That landscaping will be similar to the other roundabouts, and we're hopeful it'll start in October. Planting will probably take place in the spring. Yes. All right, let's do a roll call vote, please.
Burnett.
Yes.
Dalrymple, yes. Pfeiffer.
Yes.
Flood.
Yes.
Ogendorf.
Yes.
Carson.
Yes.
Lovett.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0. Next item is that renewal on the Water Quality Special Assessment District for the Lake Orion Canals. We did hold a public hearing. It's not atypical to, when we have a renewal SAD, to not have a lot of feedback. It's generally been working. The neighbors who are part of it are in pretty regular contact with my office, with our office. Those are the houses that are in the district, the same map as before. Entertain a motion to adopt the resolution in front of us tonight, confirming the role.
Mr. Supervisor, I move to adopt the attached resolution confirming the special assessment role for the LO Canals Water Quality Control SAD number 4.
Support. It was moved by Pfeiffer and supported by, was it Lovett?
Yes.
Thank you. Any comments or questions from board members? Any public comment? Let's do a roll call vote, please.
Dalrymple, yes. Pfeiffer.
Yes.
Flood.
Yes.
Ogendorf.
Yes.
Carson.
Yes.
Lovett.
Yes.
Barnett.
Yes. Item 11 is, I think, I want to make sure we do this properly. This was action after the hearing, potential revocation of ordinance 154 licenses. Mr. Kelly, can I ask you what the proper action is here so we do this appropriately?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor. So as the board may be aware, we have two matters in front of the Township Board tonight with regard to the potential non-renewal and or revocation of marijuana licenses. With regard to the first applicant, that would be Candid, the administration has determined that they have met the deficiencies, both the payment of fee as well as the property interest. So at both the township attorney as well as the administration's request, that matter has been removed and that license will be renewed. As to the second matter involving Peninsula Agriculture, there has been no action since the notice was filed on Peninsula. That was done on August 5th, 2025. The basis for the potential non-renewal is both the failure to make payment of the annual fee as well as to show and maintain a property interest in the licensed property. So at this point in time, I don't believe there's any response from the licensee, and it would be our recommendation that the license be revoked.
Is there a motion from the board?
Support.
Comments or questions from the board? Is there anyone here to address this before we vote on it? Okay, the motion was to revoke the license for Peninsula Agriculture. Roll call vote, please.
Pfeiffer.
Yes.
Flood.
Yes.
Ogendorf.
Yes.
Carson.
Yes.
Lovett.
Yes.
Barnett.
Yes.
Dalrymple, yes.
Motion passes 7-0. Next item is our first reading of a township-initiated text amendment to zoning ordinance 78. This is on page 195 and goes to page 503. That's not a typo. There's been lots of work put into ordinance 78, which is the zoning ordinance for the township over the years, and we appreciate certainly the team and the planning department as we chip away at this. I'm not going to belabor this. There's been discussion, there's minutes. We do have our planning commission representative, Jack Lovett, here if he wants to add anything. Is there any comments or questions from the board, or an entertain a motion to declare the first reading held?
I do have one question.
Go ahead.
Are these changes perspective only. So for example, there's, in section 7 on parking setbacks, it eliminates something that says, I'll just read it. It says, off-street parking spaces, aisles, and drives shall not be located closer than 20 feet to any residential building wall. And then it used to say, in addition to that, containing windows or doors on the ground floor or level below. So is that only for, from this point forward? I mean, we're not going to go back and say, oh, well, this shouldn't be there now.
Yes.
Okay.
Dan, can you speak to that, Mr. Kelly?
Yes, this would be only for future activity and or developments, and they would have grandfathering rights.
And one of the things we talked about on this is accessory structures on lakefronts, on lots adjacent to a home on a lake, and mostly this pertains to Lake Orion, giving the opportunity for people to build garages where they haven't been able to in the past, which is something we've been asked for by residents for longer than I've been here. So we did a lot of work on that, so thank you for everyone's help and the residents' patience on that. But there are lots of tweaks there, and thank you again to the planning staff. And yes, Mr. Flood,
I prefer to make the long motion.
go ahead.
Used to this with the ZBA. I move to declare the Orion Township Board of Trustees held and approved the first reading on September 15, 2025 for PC 2534, Township initiated text amendment to zoning ordinance number 78, 2025 zoning ordinance updated. Use matrix, footnotes to the matrix, Article 7, 9, 14, 16, required conditions, parking and landscaping articles 9, 11, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Area and bulk requirements, Articles 6, 7, 16, 19, 11, 9, 11, 14, 18, now 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Schedule of regulations, Article 26. Building structures and uses, parking and loading, landscaping, temporary sales office, lighting, tree and woodlands protection, access management, Article 27. Site plan review procedures, Article 30. Uses permit, Article 34. Lapeer overlay district, Article 35. And direct the clerk to publish for the second reading and possible approval adoption on October 20, 2025.
I would like to say that there's a lot of Roman numerals in there, and I think that's a little bit of a lost skill there, so I would like to
Yeah.
give you a shout out on that one.
Yeah, I had no idea. I wasn't gonna try.
That's why we're used,
Cheat sheet.
I forget the Super Bowl, what those mean, and that only happens every once a year, so. Yeah, well done, Mike. Orion schools did taught Roman numerals well back in the day,
I
huh?
had a great math teacher.
They're direct from.
Can we just, out of curiosity, and thank you for reading that. Do we have to read that, or can we say as presented on the screen, or?
Yeah,
What's
you
the
can
rule?
reference the packet in the written motion, but it's nice that it's,
Well, now you tell me. Thank you.
yeah, so it's very clear. We're all on the same page.
I started reading through it, and then I recall from a previous meeting a couple of years ago where somebody started reading X's and I's, and I was like, yeah, no, we can't have that.
All right, is there, again, thank you, because Miss Gerling's staff has been phenomenal, led by Miss Gerling, to attack these, and a great thanks to the Planning Commission, because forever, whenever they have somewhat of a slower meeting, which there haven't been many, we just decided, and we throw this extra stuff on just to keep them plugging away at it, so, but thank you to our volunteers in the Planning Commission as well. Anything else anyone wants to add? Public comment on Roman numerals? Let's do a roll call vote, please.
Barnett.
Yes.
Dalrymple, yes. Pfeiffer.
Yes.
Flood.
Yes.
Ogendorf.
Yes.
Carson. Love it.
Yes.
Passes 7-0, thank you. Next is page 503. This is an update to the Township investment policy. I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Pfeiffer.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. So, huge thank you to my team for helping to rewrite and get this to the level that it could be certified and Just a lot of work went behind it, but I think it's an important step in ensuring the public's funds and the focus on safety, liquidity, and yield. That being said, can you scroll that down just because I don't?
Yeah, sorry.
I move to approve, actually, no, I can't. I shouldn't make this motion. I'll leave it to somebody else.
Support. With a comment.
Go ahead with your comment, Mr.
I want to thank the Treasurer's Department. I know you got some hard workers in there. And I always like to make sure our investment policy is updated. We appreciate that, keeping the board informed. Thank you.
And I meant to grab it, but I didn't. Take this moment to congratulate the treasurer on receiving an excellent investment policy certificate of excellence award, as well as certification from the Association of Public Treasurers of the United States and Canada. And there's a really nice plaque out there on our little award shelf. If you walk out to the right, the building, for whatever reason, didn't come with an award case. We should talk to the builder. But we built our own, and it's out there, and that's out there. I meant to grab it so you can see, but that's the benefit of coming to these meetings in person, so you can walk out and check it out on your way out. But congrats to you, Mr. Pfeiffer, on that. Thanks for keeping this compliant and cutting edge. It's been moved and supported. I don't know, if it's a policy, let's do a roll call, please.
Dalrymple, yes. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Flood?
Yes.
Ogendorf?
Yes.
Carson? Lovett?
Yes.
Barnett?
Yes, motion passes 7-0. The last item on pending was added tonight. This is a purchase of property. The request is to authorize the township supervisor, me, to work with the township attorney, Dan, to draft a purchase agreement for the purchase of Pine Tree Elementary located at 590 Pine Tree Road, Lake Orion, Michigan. We've been in discussion with the Lake Orion Community Schools leadership and the Superintendent Mercer about the future of Pine Tree Elementary, and we have come to a rough agreement on the township purchasing the property and converting it into a park, likely. So that's the plan. There's not a lot more detail right now. This is, we're allowed to talk about certain things with attorney-client privilege. This is one of them, negotiation for the purchase of property. We did discuss this as a board before the meeting in closed session. Mr. Pfeiffer.
I'd like to make a motion with comment. Mr. Supervisor, I move to authorize the township supervisor to work with the township attorney to draft a purchase agreement for the purchase of Pine Tree Elementary located at 590 Pine Tree Road, Lake Orion, Michigan, 48362, to be brought back to the Board of Trustees for final approval.
Support.
What was your comment?
We'll see where this goes, but I think it's important for us to try and balance the best we can with the decisions we make in the township. And when there's an opportunity to help protect some property for our residents, we have to look at it seriously. And I'm excited about the possibility of this opportunity. And I look forward to the results of your negotiation.
Thank you. Any other comments from board members? Public comment? Might not be a lot. Come on forward. Just note that there probably won't be a lot of answers tonight because we're in negotiations, but you can come forward with your comment, please.
Christine Tucker, 1100 Leidick Street. I live literally on the other side of the fence from Pine Tree School. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to hear that it may be turned into a park. Us residents around there were so concerned that it was going to be bought by Mosheri and turned into 200 apartments. So fully in support of it being a park. So thank you
Ms.
for thinking
Tucker.
of the residents there.
Yes, and we are excited to be able to share more in 3 weeks. And I also want to thank you for your efforts on the SAD. I know that you are the reason it's successful, and you didn't even have to talk today, but I want to thank you because you're a great volunteer in our community. Thank you, Ms. Tucker. And we agree. Well, we'll see if we agree.
We got one more comment.
I'm sorry. Yes, please come forward.
George Dandelitas, 226 Bellevue. This is like the best news I've heard all day. So I I applaud you guys for looking into that and pursuing it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And then hopefully your other half is happy too, as this is something near and dear to her heart, and she's been meeting with a lot of us about, so. All right, more to come in a few weeks on this, if this motion is successful. Ms. Dalrymple, would you please call the roll?
Dalrymple, yes. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Flood?
Yes.
Hogendorf?
Yes.
Carson?
Yes.
Lovett?
Yes.
Barnett?
Yes, motion passes, and we are also very excited. I'll note that I said 3 weeks because we have 5 Mondays this month. In 2 weeks, you can still come, you're invited. It's our budget work session. The first public meeting of this year. We've been working internally on our budgets for the last couple of months. But we will be here in 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks will be our next regular meeting on the first Monday of October. All right, that completes our regular business and our pending business. We move on to reports. We have police and fire report, as always. Is there a motion?
Mr. Supervisor, I'll make a motion to receive and file the police and fire report.
Support.
Moved by Lovett, supported by Hilgendorf. Anyone wants to add? Mr. Weir, we're gonna let you off the hook without talking this whole meeting. We'll continue that. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? That brings us to our last report, planning and zoning report for August 25 on page 516.
Mr. Supervisor, I move to approve, to receive and file the planning and zoning report for August 2025 with a comment.
Supported by Carson, moved by Flood. Go ahead with your comment. I'll pull it
I
up.
want to thank our planning and zoning department for the excellent work they do. It's always a pleasure to get feedback when people come to that office and they are treated with respect, and our workers do a great job. Nice job.
And you can see the breakdown on what they've been working on in the month of August. This is all available on our website, so I'm not going to read through it, but a lot of great information. And we love to promote our interactive zoning map, which I won't show you right now, but you can go to our homepage and navigate over to the planning department and check out what's going there if you're interested in things happening in town. All right, moved and supported. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Completes our business. Bring it back to public comment. Anyone here want to give public comment about anything their heart desires? Seeing no one rush forward, we'll bring it up here to the board. We'll start with Mr. Lovett tonight. I have a slide for you, I think. I did it right.
So one of our local Lake Orion residents, Dave Prate, won the Michigan AM tournament this year. He was 1 down going into 18, and this 50-footer is for Eagle.
You needed to say it in the golf voice.
And he drains it, so he brought home the trophy back to Indianwood. So I guess now we can brag that we have the best amateur golfer in the state of Michigan living here in Lake Orion. So-
That was a pretty subdued reaction. I would have been throwing my club,
Yeah.
chest bumping people.
More parading, yeah.
Yep.
Where
Proud
was this
Georgetown.
at, by the way? What course was that?
This is, let me see, this is the Highlands at Harbor Springs. So, played his collegiate career at Georgetown, just an unbelievable talent, so.
Very cool.
Yep. And then other than that, do something kind for a neighbor.
Thank you, Mr. Lovett. Mr. Flood.
Awesome putt. That was a great skin.
Cool trophy, right?
Referring to our parks, having the advantage of being born and raised here, I remember when we didn't have any parks. We didn't have anything. We used to play baseball in our neighbors' fields and farms and everything. Very proud of how this township is, throughout the years, previous boards had the initiative to start our park system and preserve a lot of our property, which today, you know as well as I do, it would be fully developed. It would be more than thousands and thousands of residential units. I like it when we are due diligent and we can do these kind of things to help our citizens and residents out. And proud to move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Pfeiffer.
Yeah, exciting stuff. I think we all get excited about that, and I think most of the community will be excited about what we're up to. I want to thank the Knights of Columbus for an invite to their 65th anniversary, which was this past Saturday. A great group of people doing work throughout our community and have been for 65 years. And anybody looking to get involved in this community and looking for a way to give back, consider, talking to the Knights. The Lions could also use some help. We need to get more young people involved in these groups to help sustain and carry on the legacy that they have built. But really impressive group, and very thankful to be invited to be a part of that. Also, want to thank those who came out for the 9/11 service at the Orion Veterans Memorial. I sit on the Orion Veterans Memorial Board along with Mr. Lovett and our supervisor. It's a great group of people that have done painstaking work to build and maintain and care for this beautiful facility. And on the 24th year of the 9/11 anniversary, it was a beautiful evening. Our fire department, comes and, the giant flag over M24 and some great songs and remembrance and some great speakers. And I know it's a long ways away, but I really would implore everyone to put it on their list for next year. They worked very hard to put on this event and to maintain that facility, and it is a true gem, one of our best gems in this community. And next year's the 25th anniversary, along with the 250th anniversary of our country's independence. And I think it would be a great show of support to these veterans who have given so much, to have people really show up in force at all the events, Coffee with a Vet and others. So keep an eye on the Orion Veterans Memorial page for upcoming events. But please put next year on your calendar. We'd love to fill that park. Also want to congratulate my good friend Donnie Steele in her run for Senate. She had a nice event also this past week. Well attended. Donnie works incredibly hard for all of us in her district, and no doubt she'll continue to do that as our next state senator. And then last but definitely not least, today was tax day. So not a popular day for some, but an extremely busy day for the Treasury Department. And I just can't say enough about the amazing staff that I have. I probably have never worked harder than I have in a actual job than I did the last couple of days, trying to just stay out of their way, but also process as many payments as I could for them. And we have an awesome, dedicated staff. Even when some people are in and unhappy and not pleasant, the staff continues to be pleasant, continues to work hard, and the amount of work they get done is unbelievable. For those of you watching, I know, as Chris always says, there's millions of you at home. Well, today is the day that your taxes are due. You can drop them off in that drop box out front by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning and still be on time. So there is still time to pay your taxes without penalty, as long as you get it in the drop box by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And with that, thanks to my staff. They are fantastic. Stop by and say hi to them sometime. Thank you.
Ms. Dalrymple.
I'll start with that too. So our staff in the office as well, we have so many things that are coming up. One of the big ones is tomorrow is National Voter Registration Day. And so this year we decided to celebrate that with a couple events, one happening at GLAC and then one at Lake Orion High School, to make sure that we get anyone who is eligible to be registered to vote to get them registered, or if you need to update your information, we are happy to do that for you too. So we want to mention those events. And then also you had mentioned that America in Bloom is coming, and so that symposium is coming to Orion Township, and we are thrilled and honored to be hosting that this year. We'll have visitors from out of town on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday here in Orion, so we are excited to show them all of the amazing things that make our community the way that it is. It's so unique to us. Like that was mentioned on Friday, we'll be touring people through Orion Township to show them all of the amazing projects that we have going on, and giving people ideas that they can take back to their own community. When we go to these conferences, you want to see what other people are doing and how do we implement that in our own community. So we're excited to show that off for us. And then for election stuff, we have mailed out over 7,000 voter applications have went out in the mail. So if you are looking to update your information, turn that back in, you can get that up here to us. But other than that, again, a big thank you to the staff as well.
Just wanted to say what a wonderful Saturday it was at LO Palooza at Wildwood. They've been looking out the past few years, having great weather all day long. I didn't take any pictures, or much pictures really, but it's such a great event. And if you want to, I'm sure they're already starting to plan for next year. So you can check it out. They on their website, or also, of course, the Daisy Project. So you can check out the Daisy Project if you want to donate, or whether it's money or your time. They can use volunteers too.
Thank you, Ms. Hogan. Mr. Carson.
Speaking of Wildwood, we got our last show coming up this weekend. It's a Pink Floyd tribute band. It's a top 5 in the nation, #1 in the Midwest. Gonna have a nice laser show. Weather should be great, so if you haven't been out to Wildwood, whether it's been at Palooza or one of our other shows, I invite you to come out and enjoy our final show of the season.
Tell everybody again, what day is that?
Saturday night,
Nothing Friday.
nothing Friday.
Just want to make sure.
And one more thing, too, there's a lot of emotion in the news right now, and I want people to realize that what you see on Fox and CNN, social media, that's not a representation of your neighbors, and your friends and your family members. It's the fringe that you're seeing on TV. So going back to what Jack likes to say, not only do something kind for your neighbor, but just be kind to your neighbors. Just because they didn't vote the same way doesn't mean that we have to have all this animosity. It's too much.
Agreed. Thank you. Just few things for me, I guess. Thanks, again, Deputy Sauvé was recognized by the VFW for the Officer of the Year Award at that 9/11 ceremony. Wanted to mention, Knights of Columbus, congrats. Matt and I got to attend that. I mean, there's just every weekend, there's 10 great events. It's hard to hit them all. Palooza was a great success. If you're watching and you were upset about the noise volume until the 11 p.m. hour, we did receive a couple complaints, so we'll work on that. We want to be good neighbors, but it's a great fundraising event, but we want to all play nicely together, so sorry if you're upset by that. Garbage is not fun to talk about, but we're doing the best we can. I mean, I had my supervisor's lunch today, which I do every month, and it's the #1 topic that we've been talking about for 2 years now, and I would just say we're in a better position in Orion than most of my colleagues and our counterparts. The company that starts with a P is still struggling in lots of communities, and many of our residents received a notice that they were delinquent in paying their bills from last year. We've been battling with that company since last year. Huge credit to Chief of Staff Sam Timko, who's had lots of upset people with her, and the rest of our team for taking the calls. It's just not fair. Unfortunately, it looks like Priority did not send bills to some of our residents because the late fee, the number of late customers' payments was about double the 4-year history that we had with GFL. And we have residents, we have police officers that live in our community, and fire staff that live in our community, and people we personally know that said they pay all their bills on time every time, and they didn't think they were late. But those people have gone back and looked, and they, in fact, did not pay for service during 1 or 2 of those quarters last year. So we're truing that up. We did get the company to reduce the late fees to 50% of what they would have been, but we're hopefully over the hump, and we'll never have to say that name again. But in spite of what you hear, they are not doing wonderfully in other communities. And our residents are still paying about half what people are paying in subscription service communities, because I vetted that again today. So hopefully we're getting in the groove with WM. And then roads, not fun, but we have been working through. The good news is all the railroad crossings will be completed this week. Joslin Road will be open by Friday, weather permitting, but they should be on track for that. And then we will be done with the at-grade railroad crossing rehabs, which has been really painful the last couple months. And then the Clarkson Road closure is a month behind schedule. The contractor messed up, didn't bid it properly. We've been talking to the road commission every single day. I've been talking with the superintendent, school, we know transportation and these poor kids on the buses for over an hour, sometimes one way to school and on the way home is really painful. We have pushed, begged, and asked really nicely if they can be done by next Friday for the tours of people that will be in town, because they're going to Agawam and Friendship Park, and it'd be nice if they didn't have to take the long way. And more importantly for our students. So that's, we'll be done this month. We're just not sure the date. Stay tuned. We had a really bad accident a fatal accident on Lapeer Road in Silver Bell last week. Be careful out there. Just another reminder for our Civic Plus, you can go to our homepage and sign up for free emergency alerts. We don't spam you, we don't sell your phone number, your email, but it's a really good way for us to get emergency information and alerts out. So that's a place you can go and get that. And then a couple upcoming events. Ms. Dalrymple referenced this tomorrow, National Voter Registration Day. And then the Parks is one of their new events of the last few years, the F event, Fall Festival of Family Fun. That's happening Saturday the 20th at Camp Agawam this Saturday, and then you can go right from there and head over to Wildwood for the last show of the year. And then tomorrow, we are excited. Julia, Matt, and I will be in DC. We're not going to DC. We're going to Lansing. Tomorrow's GM Day at the Capitol, and we're going to be there with the governor and Mary Barra and others on the Capitol steps, talking about some good news for GM, and they've invited us to join them, so stay tuned for that. But we're really excited about the progress of our plant and all the great investment that's happening in our community. And with that, less than 1 hour, entertain a motion to adjourn at 7:58.
So moved.
Support.
Moved, supported, all in favor, say aye. Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for attending.